Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to say, Call HALAL YAHAWAH BaHashem YAHAWASHI BaHashem Rachak. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who taught us this truth and rule well. And Shalom to the hopeful elect. YAHAWAH BaHashem YAHAWASHI Barakatham. It's the brother Kazar Riyah from the Menavah 12 West Coast, coming back at it again with another lesson. All right, and basically, this lesson is going to be a follow-up to a lesson I did earlier this week. Wasn't able to upload it till today. All right, but the lesson is titled, what's the title? Believe not every spirit. All right, and the reason why is because it's dealing with, certain fellows, mountain of a moth, two witnesses pushing out that vibration, that if you're not spelling out, the whole word in the title, and that basically, certain words like Esau or whatnot, that you're taking away from the scriptures, which that's going off. All right, because brothers is not taken away from the scriptures. All right, the doctrine is not changing at all. We're still pushing out the same thing. We're just being circumspect. All right, we're just being circumspect, and we're working our way and yai-quabbing our way around, the algorithms and the devices that this devil has. All right, in order to take down channels and further, I wouldn't say further, but basically, it's a word for it, but it's pitfalls, man. Because the devil's trying to go against the truth, man. Which he's doing nothing but fulfilling prophecy. Because at the end of the day, if he does end up going, taking the internet down, it's really YAHAWAH BaHashem YAHAWASHI that put the spirit on E to do that. All right, because it's going to go into the prophecy of Amos 8 and 11, which is the famine of the word. All right, but we're seeing the beginnings of it. All right, the reason why, we have to, use certain abbreviations or use certain code words. All right, instead of the actual words, is because this devil got his algorithms in place. Okay, now here's an example of what I'm talking about. This is a video that I did, sometime in November. They got striked on November the 30th, all right, of this year. All right, and the video is titled "The Hour of Temptation." All right, now there's no words on the title that would cause the video to be taken down, by these devils. All right, so this is my theory. I speak as a man. It's either this devil got, he has to have the algorithm, in place that's gonna go into the videos and pick up the certain words that he has marked, like dealing with the C19, the V, which brothers know what those terms stand for. It could go as far as if you say Esau, you know what I'm saying, or, that's why brothers use the abbreviation E, but either way, all right, there has to be an algorithm out there, all right, because they took down this video and they put a strike on our channel, our main channel, Menavah 12 West Coast, which that's the channel where we have the most listeners in. You know what I'm saying? This thing's not about vainglory either. It's not about the followers and being famous or whatever, or having the most people listen to us. This thing is about feeding the sheep as well, man. All right, so if your main channel that you have gets taken down, you won't be able to feed all the sheep. So that's just the point that I was bringing out, in the other video, the one I did first. All right, but this is to serve as an example. All right, because the reason why they struck it down, was medical misinformation, as you see right here, because in that channel I was going into the V, and so like not that channel, that video, that lesson that I did, was a response to the comment board, dealing with what happens, what would be the consequences. Somebody had asked me what would be the consequences if you don't take the V, and so I did a response, in this video, as far as what would happen if you don't take the V, it's persecution. And I went into what happens if with the V, everything there is to know about the V, and how it attacks the God gene, which the elders and apostles, brought out that information dealing with that as well, and yeah, man. And so the video got a strike, all right, and the whole channel got a strike now, so now we can't upload, and that basically it's a word for it, man. Keep on forgetting, but that basically slows things down, slows things down. Now brothers got to make another channel, but it's a word for it, man. It just escapes my mind, but basically, it slows things down. And the main premise of this lesson, to follow up with the other lesson, is to bring out that edification that we as a sheep, not as a sheep, so like we as a body, we must walk circumspectly, man. All right, we must be circumspect when we do our lessons, okay? Because you can't, like, at this point, if you're gonna be still, doing the things that's gonna get your channel taken down, all right. And this is small things, like you got, you can't fight. I want to say fight, but you can't deal against the algorithm, man. All right, this devil got an algorithm that fishes out words in the sit downs, man. All right, he'll see certain channels as getting momentum or whatnot, and then he'll mark those channels, and they'll have his algorithms all up in those channels. And that's why you got certain channels of the elders getting taken down, all right, because of these algorithms, man. And that's the thing too. You're gonna be prideful, and not you're gonna be prideful and have your channel get taken down. Now the sheep got nothing to eat, man. See, it's not about us, man. It's about the sheep. You have a channel that has thousands of followers or maybe hundreds of followers, and then that channel gets striked. It gets taken down, because you wouldn't be circumspect. You wouldn't be wise as a serpent, as the scriptures instruct us to be. Now your sheep are going to go hungry. You know what I'm saying? Now your sheep are going to go hungry, but it is what it is, man. All right, so without further ado, we're going to get into the scriptures, man. All right. Devices. And go into the scripture. All right, the first scripture we're going to go to is the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and 11. And it reads, "Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices." All right, because we know, it has to be an algorithm there. And I speak as a man. This is my theory. But he has to have an algorithm there, man. He has to have an algorithm that's fishing out, certain keywords, and if you put those keywords, you say those keywords in your lessons, your video is going to get struck, your channel is going to get striked, might get taken down, and now the sheep are going to go hungry, man. You know what I'm saying? Now it won't be edification brought out. So that's why we can't be ignorant of his devices, man. We can't be ignorant. All right. Verse 11, I'm going to read it again. All right. So 2 Corinthians 2 and 11, that Satan should get an advantage of us. All right. Because we're not trying to have this devil have an advantage of us. So what do? We YAHAWAH our ways around it. We understand that, you know what I'm saying, that this algorithms or maybe you got agents, sitting in the office, listening to the lessons, but he definitely has an algorithm, man. I believe it's an algorithm. All right, so, these algorithms used to take our sit downs down. If we don't adapt to that, if we don't YAHAWAH our way around that, he's gonna have the advantage over us, man. And what's gonna happen? Our channels are gonna be taken down, and the sheep will not be fed, man. Our sheep will not be fed, and how hard is that to understand? It's very easy to understand that, man, because ultimately this thing is about feeding the sheep as well, man. It ain't about us. It ain't about the fame. It's about feeding the sheep, man. All right. So it reads, "For we are not ignorant of his devices." All right. And that's why, what I'm saying, we do what we do. That's why we adapt and overcome, because we're not ignorant of his devices, man. All right. That's why we got to be circumspect. All right. Wise as serpents, harmless as doves, man. Let's bring that one out. All right, book of Matthew chapter 10 and 16. "Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves." Okay? Be therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves, man. All right, which also goes into, can't be going carnal in this truth. You know what I'm saying? Trying to put that vibration that you're this big Rambo light, you know, you're this, you know, you're Mr. Rambo and all that, you know, and your weaponry, you know, your carnal weaponry is gonna deliver you. You know, can't be doing that, man. You know, but this lesson is mainly dealing with, you know, walking circumspectly as far as, or being circumspectly as far as, you know, doing our lessons, man. You know, it says, be therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. Now, the thing with the serpent is a serpent is slithers, all right? A serpent slithers its way around. You see how a serpent slithers, it goes around. You know, it goes at a S motion, and the S is because it's going around certain obstacles and certain, you know, things that would, you know, basically slow it down. You know, that would hinder it. There we go. That's the word, man. That would hinder its path. You know, and these devils with their algorithms, all right, if we don't work our way around that and we don't adapt to that, it's going to hinder to the edification. It's going to hinder to the sheep being fed. All right, and that's a commandment from Yahawah Ba'ashim Yahawashi, from Yahawashi, when he told Peter, all right, feed my sheep. All right, so we're going to go to the book of John chapter 21, verse 16. All right, let's bring it out. And it reads, he said unto him, wait, Salakia, let's start at 15. All right, and it reads, so when they dined, Yahawashi said to Simon Peter, all right, and Peter was made head of the church. All right, this is a commandment that Yahawashi gave Peter. All right, and Peter was the head of the church, man. All right, he made Peter the head of the church. All right, so it reads, Simon, Peter, Simon son of Jonas, lovest thou me more than these? And he said unto him, yeah, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. And he said unto him, feed my lamb. All right, verse 16, he said unto him again the second time, Simon son of Jonas, lovest thou me? He said unto him, yeah, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He said unto him, feed my sheep. All right, and verse 17, and he said unto him the third time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? Peter was grieved because he said unto him the third time, lovest thou me? So at this point, Peter's like, what's going on? You know, and he said unto him, Lord, thou knowest all things, thou knowest that I love thee. And Yahawashi said unto him, feed my sheep. All right, feed my sheep. And that's what we have to do. Okay? That's part of this truth, is to feed the sheep. Feed the flock, man. You know, feed the brothers that's listening, brothers that's coming in. You know, the babes in this truth. That's part of the thing as well. You know? That's part of the thing as well. Now, how are we going to do that when our channels are being taken down every 2 weeks? You know, or when brothers and sisters finally start, you know, going back to your channel, they finally start rediscovering your channel that it got, you know what I'm saying? They finally start rediscovering your channel after your original one got taken down. You know, your channel gets taken down again. How are you going to feed the sheep, man? You know what I'm saying? How are you going to feed the sheep? How are you going to feed the flock? It's going to be a hindrance, you know, and that's why we work our way around that. All right, be wise as serpents, harmless as doves, man. That's why we, being in the wisdom, we slither our way around that. And how do we do it? We use certain code words, all right? And that goes to show who the real Israelites are, man. There is a testimony to the name of our spiritual forefather Jacob, man. Yaquab, you know, which he supplanted Esau. We still supplanting this devil. He put in all these algorithms. He's going through all this, you know, he's going through all this effort to, you know, to hinder the word and, you know, take the truth down, and we still supplanting him. You know, we still supplanting him. Like, I still can't get, you know, enough. You know, I still can't get, you know, over the fact that you got a brother in a northern tribe brother. He calls it the Kukui 19. He calls it the Kukui 19, which is like the boogeyman. You know, that's very clever. You know, and it goes to show that us as Jacob, man, we supplanting this devil, man. All right, we supplanting these devils. They can't do nothing against the truth before the truth, man. And the sheep are still going to be fed until that famine of the word does come, man. The sheep is going to still remain. The sheep are, you know, the flock is going, is gonna remain. So like, I can't put it into words, man. You know, I had done a lot. You know, brothers is worn out. You know what I'm saying? But hey, the sheep is still gonna be fed, man. All right, and that's just what it is. All right, that's why we gotta be vigilant. We gotta be sober. Adversary, the devil, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. All right, and that's true. You know, and sometimes, you know what I'm saying, that could happen with, you know, dudes in the truth, as I brought out earlier. You know, or the sit down I did before. You know, believe not every spirit, because you got some dudes in the truth. You know what I'm saying? You got dudes in the truth. You got dudes in the truth that's out here, you know, putting wrong decrees, man. All right. You got dudes in this truth, man, that's subverting whole houses, man. You know, like the scripture says, man, a little leaven leaveneth the whole lump, man. The whole lump. You know, a bad apple spoils the bunch. You know, that's why you got to stay clear of dudes like that. And Mountain of Amath, that is a dude like that. All right, so 2 Peter chapter 2:1. But there were false prophets also among the people, even as there shall be false teachers among you, who privily shall bring in damnable heresies, even denying YAHAWASHI that bought them, and bring upon themselves swift destruction. And that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen, man. So you've been warned, all right? Beware of these men. Beware of these people, all right? Because they just simply, they don't understand, you know, whether they have an ulterior motive or it wasn't opened up to them, which, you know, whatever it may be, you know, they just don't understand. And they're pushing out that vibration, you know, and if you younger brothers get into that vibration, you know, you pay attention to that, you know, you get into that spirit, you're going to bring upon yourself a swift destruction. All right, because obviously it's a reason why the elders and apostles and elders of this truth are, you know, using these such tactics, man. They're using the certain code names, you know, for certain words. All right, because this devil got an algorithm put in place to take videos down when detecting the certain words. You know what I'm saying, that he has that his algorithm has in stock, man. You know what I'm saying? So yo, you know, this is what it is. And you know what that is? It is a testimony to the times that we're in. All right, because we in the beginning of sorrows, man. All right, we are in the beginning of sorrows with everything going on, both, you know, other side of the world dealing with, you know, the battle of Armageddon, the battle of YAHAWASHI forming up, you know, here, you know, where we are, you know, dealing with the mark of the beast and all these agendas that's being put into place, and also internally in the truth, man. Dealing with dudes that it could be agents, who knows, man. You know, but even inside, even internally, man, even in this sanctuary, you know, in this small sanctuary, you know, we have to deal with things. All right, but it goes to show you, all right, the times that we're in. All right, and dealing with, you know, such tactics that we're in, that, you know, that brothers are using. All right, it's testimony that we're approaching the time of the famine of the word. All right, and this devil's probably gonna shut down the whole internet. You know, it's gonna be it's gonna be EMPs. You know, or he could just shut down all the power to the city. You know, he could scramble all the signals on the phone. You know, but I believe it could be an EMP, man. You know, where the cars won't work no more. You know, and that's just what it's gonna be, and that's gonna be the famine of the word, man. You know, that may be the famine of the word, Salakia. You know, shut down the internet. You know, really turn things up. Start the real demonization of the word. You know, and those are the times that we're in, man. All right. So we at the end, man. We can't be playing games with YAHAWASHI and putting out just whatever, man. All right. So with that, I'm gonna say, call halal YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, HaKodash. Forgive me the spirit to do this lesson. All right, Akim out there, man. I hope y'all was edified. All right, with that, I'm going to say shalom.